Yo. So I just wanted to talk about some of the plot, some of the plots
Sorry.
involving this scene specifically. There's a lot of like people saying like, "Oh, it's a conflict of interest. How could your boss send you there?" But right here, you see that fourth victim thing. So she's working on a case right now, right? Or at least she's an analyst for a case. Seems like she's like a lead analyst or some bullshit. But you can see she's doing reports on the case that she gets sent to, right? And this case has nothing to do with her mother,
Grace.
mind you. So that's where the whole conflict of
Grace.
interest thing is like, it's really not.
Grace
The only
Ashcroft.
thing that
Yes?
My office.
it would be like if your dad got shot at a gas station by someone, and then 8 years later you're a cop and that gas station gets robbed. Well, guess what? That's not a conflict of interest. Those two things are unrelated. And then when he's
This is
sending
not the
her for the
report you asked for
case,
yesterday. It'll be ready in 3. No, 2 days tops.
Put a hold on
like,
that for
he's
now.
actually pretty soft on it.
We found another body. One that exhibits the same pathology as the others we're
And
being
then people are
investigated.
saying that Gideon maybe
Now, I ain't
paid
gonna
him
do a
off and then
technical
he kind of screwed
analysis.
you over.
Okay.
So she's a technical analyst, right? And he's a good one. She's already working the case. Why not send
I
her?
need your eyes
Like,
on the crime
who
scene.
else would you send? You're going to send someone new to work on the
The
case?
Renwood Hotel.
Because of a conflict of interest that really doesn't exist? Like, if her mother's murder had something to do with
I know
these cases,
that's where your mother was
that would
murdered.
make sense, but it wasn't.
And I know it'll be upsetting for you.
And look how soft he is with this. Like, if you've
Listen,
ever
Diane.
worked, if you've ever worked in like an actual man's job where it's all just men, like landscaping or something, I've literally heard one of my bosses tell someone to stop being a bitch when they were talking about their dead dad. Okay, so I mean, mind you, FBI, I'm sure there's HR and shit involved, but yeah, if this is like actual man's job talking to each other, uh, they're just gonna tell you stop being a bitch. They're not gonna be all soft and nice about it.
Years ago. Perhaps it's time for you to face the past. Confront that
And then the
fear
other
head
people
on.
thing is like people say, "Oh, why does he send you there alone?" Well, like it's
Grace.
not an active crime scene, right? You're basically just
Finish your
going there to
job.
take a look at things,
But do you
and
think
you're
you can
not
do this
really
alone?
alone. There's a cop there. I could see some reason for
Investigate that
them to
crime
send
scene
backup,
and report back to me with your
but it's not
findings.
that crazy. And then, honestly, Gideon could have paid
That's
this
all for
guy
now.
off, but it really would be smarter not to. Because if you're paying people off, you're leaving like a trail. So for both parties involved, it'd be better not to. Then I can take a look at some notes too here. So you literally start the game. Okay, look at it. So you literally start the game with your investigation report, right? So you get like a little overview here. Oh, this one's literally just going to be about this. So to be honest, like, they already had someone here, which is kind of interesting, actually. And then you see there was already 4 victims prior to this. So this is the 5th one. And then Leon later goes to see the body of the 6th one when he gets a missing persons report about the police officer. So then, yeah, you see here, they were all confirmed survivors of Raccoon City. She's doing a report on all of that. It makes perfect sense for him to want to send the person who's currently working on the cases or case to the location. And yeah, it's not a conflict because 8 years ago and her mom's murder has nothing to do with that. But let's also. So, and then the other thing is like, so this is a perfect location to plant a body because here's the real thing. That's the other thing I want to talk about is I don't think the boss set her up. I think that Gideon, there's already like some notes where Gideon's tracking her. Let's find out. Background check. So he's already having someone, a detective, probably a private detective, right? So yeah, RGT Detective Agency, more than likely a private detective. Little background check on her, right? So he knows more than likely. Okay, he knows she works at the FBI, and then he gives her a good idea of when to blah blah blah. But probably he got some information that Grace was working on this specific case
It should be
and
around
then
here.
knew, okay, all I have to do is find someone who is infected by this shit, plant a body, and then obviously an abandoned building is a great place to plant a body. Especially for more than one reason. Like, it's a great place to plant a body, and it's also a great place to plant a body to lure someone there because it's abandoned. You know what I mean? And then it also adds a little bit of horror or like fucks with the person a bit because on top of it, their mom was murdered there. So it's like a great location for just multiple reasons. Yeah, not a conflict of interest. Not that big of a deal to ask someone to go work on a case that has nothing to do with the death of their mom, even if the location was similar. And then the other thing is later on in the cutscene where like you only get one requiem bullet there with Grace, and everyone's like, "Wow, you left me with one bullet, Leon." But if you actually just watch the cutscene and then you do some simple math of okay, the requiem holds 5 bullets. In the cutscene, Leon starts off by shooting one of those bullets, and then he shoots he shoots one of the handgun bullets. Sorry, he shoots one handgun bullet, and then he shoots 4 shots with the requiem, and then he hands it off to Grace, meaning she only has 1 shot left. Pretty simple. But yeah, I really just wanted to talk about that opening scene because so many people are like, "Oh my God, how dare he?" and say it's a conflict of interest. And I'm like, "Yo, not even. Like maybe it's a little mean. Just want to send her there, but she's working on the case. So it's like, who else are you gonna send, bro? Oh, all right, that's all."